Okay, here we are. All right, start almost as if you're going into child's pose, if this is comfortable for you. So I want your knees wide, but for you to sit on your heels and to sit upright. I want you to place one hand on your heart, one on your belly, and maybe your eyes are closed for a moment. And I just want you to think about your breath that you take in, breathing in deep. And then as you exhale, try to create length in that exhale. And this is where we connect with ourselves, with breath, coming into this moment. Being exactly right where we're supposed to be, where we need to be. Nowhere else but here. I want you to, as you breathe, to think about real quick how to be joy. How you bring joy to others. Maybe it's a smile. Maybe it's a wave hello. Maybe it's listening, engaging. But how can you be the joy? Maybe in someone else's life. Not to gain anything back other than to just give. And think of a joyful moment right now, one moment in your life, even if it's something small or something simple. Maybe seeing snow for the first time this season. So release your hands from your heart and your belly. I want you to, we're going to do cat and cow from here. So on your inhale, I want you to stick your belly out, roll your shoulder blades back, maybe lift your chin. And as you exhale, curve your spine, tuck your chin. Just maybe let your arms sort of move back and forth with you, awakening your spine. Breath with movement. Do one more round of these and then come to neutral. Now I want you to take your arms and I want you to bring them up with an inhale, reaching up to the sky. And I want us to rotate our arms with somewhat straight arms, keeping our core stable. And I want you to rotate, breathing in as you rise up, exhaling as you reach back. And we're just rotating our arms, our shoulders. And again, moving with breath. Maybe do one more of these, and we're going to reverse the direction. But really think about stabilizing your core. Do one more of these. End with your arms up in the air with a big inhale. And then as you exhale, come into child's pose, reaching your arms out in front of you, your forehead on the mat. Take an inhale and needle your left arm underneath your right, opening up your side body. Inhale, come back center. And then as you exhale, needle your right under your left. Inhale, come back center. And then make your way into tabletop. And then press your feet back and come into your first high plank. And I want you to really think about breath again. Think about the air as it travels into your lungs and expands your back body as you hold this pose. And as you exhale, trying to lengthen out, flattening your lungs, if you will. Drop down to your knees. Keep your hips up high. Untuck your toes. And now come down into puppy pose. Reaching your arms out in front of you. Maybe dropping your forehead. But again, your hips are high. Pressing your tailbone to the back of the room. Breathing into any tightness maybe you feel. Taking notice of any tightness and then breathing into it. Slowly walk your hands back up to tabletop. Tuck your toes under and press back for down dog. And here, take the movements that you need, that you want. Or maybe it's just staying in stillness. Maybe it's pressing a little bit deeper into the mat, bringing your chest a little closer to your thighs. Together we inhale. Shift forward into high plank. Bring right knee to right elbow. Bring your knee to left elbow. To right elbow. Heart center. Press up and hold. See if you can bring your toe a little bit closer to your glutes. For 3, 2, and on 1, step it forward for crescent lunge. And as you reach your arms up, breathe in. Nice work. Okay. Create some length between both of your feet, both front and back. Then I want you to come into what's called turbo lunge, where you're going to bend your back knee so that your knee comes a little bit like it hovers over your mat, basically. Ready? And now we're going to do the, find your focus, and I want you to sweep your arms back with breath, doing that rotation again. So when your arms come up, you inhale. Exhale on the way back and down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, back down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, down. End with your arms up, still in this turbo lunge. Let's reverse it. So go forward. And as you reach up, inhale. Notice how tight your core needs to be to hold your place. Do one more round. And then end with your arms reaching up. Take an inhale. And now bring your hands down to low lunge, and then with a twist, bringing your right hand up to the sky, really lifting your kneecap, igniting that back left leg, and then twisting open. Together, take an inhale. And now needle that right arm through the hand and the foot. Come down into the middle of your mat with a wide-legged stance. Place that right hand right on the floor. And then twist open left arm to the sky. Nice work. Really think about pressing your tailbone back to the back wall. Lower your left hand down, so both hands are in front of you in this wide-legged stance. Put a little micro bend in your knees, and I want you to rise up. Maybe hands are on your hips with an inhale. And then I want you to do Standasana, moving to the back of your mat. So take an inhale, and in Standasana, you come down sort of in one knee. I don't know if you guys can see me. And the other foot, maybe it's down on the ground, maybe the toe points up. But wherever you are, try to have your heart shine forward. Take an inhale, switch to the other side. For me, I'm now at the front of my mat, but it doesn't matter, whatever direction of your mat you're at, it doesn't matter. This is called Standasana. Take an inhale, switch back to the other side. Nice work. And the last one, the other side, we'll end it here. Come back to the middle, drop your hands down to the mat. You're still in this wide-legged stance. I want you to walk your hands over to your right foot, to the top of your mat. Step your back foot all the way up to the top of your mat so both feet are together. Take a halfway lift, inhale. Really think about puffing out your chest here. Your spine is long. Forward fold, exhale. Just drop your head. Maybe while we're here, we'll just take ragdoll. Grab opposite elbows. Maybe sway side to side. But where is your gaze, your drishti? Try to look between your knees, behind you. Remembering to let all the weight go, the tension go in your head, your neck. Release your elbows. If your feet widens a little, bring your toes back together. Take a halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. And nice and slow, rise all the way up to extended mountain pose. Sweeping your arms up, inhale. And now forward fold, exhale, all the way down. Halfway lift, inhale. Step back for high plank. Shift forward, come down low plank or to your belly. Press up for upward facing dog or baby cobra. Breathe in. Press back, down dog as you exhale. Together, inhale. Shift forward, bringing left knee to left elbow in that high plank. To right elbow. Left elbow. Heart center. And really press into the mat with your hands. Pull up your knee closer to your chest and breathe for 3, 2, and on 1, step forward for crescent lunge. And then rise with breath, breathing in. Find your turbo lunge, bringing your knee a little closer, hovering off the mat. And rotate your arms behind you. Go about 3 times with breath, sweeping. Breathing in as your arms rise up. Exhaling as your arms sweep back. Maybe one more here. Now sweep to the front, to opposite direction. Last one. End with your arms up in the air. Take a breath in together. Come down to low lunge with a twist. Right hand plants on the ground. Left arm reaches up to the sky. And ignite that back leg. Lift up your knee as you twist open. Take that top arm, needle it through. The foot and the hands come down to the center of your mat as you're in a wide-legged stance. Twist open. Right arm to the sky. Press your tailbone back. If your breath becomes rigid, think of breathing in that deep breath and elongating it as you breathe out. Bring your right arm down to the mat. Hands on your hips, micro bending your knees, slowly rise up. We're going to do Standasana to the back of your mat to start. Let your heart shine forward. Your eyes are in the direction of the horizon. Standasana to the front of your mat. Standasana to the back of your mat. Now to the front of your mat. Come back center, drop both hands down on the mat. And then walk your hands over to your left foot, spinning both feet. And then stepping your right foot back up to meet the left. Take a halfway lift, breathe in. Forward fold, breathe out. Extended mountain pose, sweep, breathe in that joy. Forward fold. Let go what you don't need. Halfway lift, breathe in. Step back for chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Really ignite those back legs. Downward facing dog as you breathe out. Inhale, rise in your toes. Bend your knees, look at your hands, take a giant step forward. Halfway lift, breathe in. Forward fold, breathe out. Extended mountain pose. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Step back, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. One more. Inhale, rise in your toes. Bend your knees, look at your hands, walk or hop forward. Halfway lift, breathe in. Forward fold, breathe out. Rise up, extended mountain pose. Forward fold, release. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Three-legged dog on the right side. Take an inhale, rise on your left toes. As you exhale, bring right knee to right elbow. Now bring it to left elbow. Right elbow. Now I want you to kick it back for three-legged dog. Open it up for sunbird. Stay here or flip your dog. If you flipped your dog, see if you can lift your hips a little higher, pressing a little more into your heels. Let your gaze follow your lifted fingers. Come back over to high plank. Side plank, heels to the right. Think of all your limbs igniting here. Even the fingers reaching up. Come back to high plank. Press back, down dog. Three-legged dog on the left. Rise up on your toes of your right. Inhale. Left knee to left elbow. Right elbow. Left elbow. Kick it back. Breathe in for three-legged dog. Open up for sunbird. Stay or flip your dog. Come back over to high plank. Side plank, heels to the left. See if you can lift your hips a little higher, creating that arch. Come back to high plank. Press back, down dog. Come down on your forearms so that you're in dolphin pose. And I want you to press your forearms into the mat so that your ears line up with your biceps. Your gaze, your view is right between both feet. Continue that breath. Think of the cycle, the flow that it takes to move in, fill up, and then push out. Come down to your knees and then press back for another form of puppy pose or child's pose. Drop your head. Take a recovery breath, maybe sighing it out. Such a release. Such strength. Come back to child's pose. Tuck your toes under. Press back, down dog. Together, inhale, rise on your toes. Bend your knees, look at your hands. Walk or hop forward. Halfway lift, breathe in. Forward fold, breathe out. This time, rise up, chair pose as you breathe in. Where can you make corrections? Can you tuck your tailbone in a little bit more? Engaging your core. Can you peel your arms back a little bit more? Otherwise, if you're in cactus arms, peel your cactus arms back a little bit more. Together, inhale. Drop about a half an inch. Inhale. Another half an inch. Last one, inhale. Come to prayer hands and twist to the right as you exhale. Try to have your heart higher than your hips. Where can you make adjustments? And where is your breath? For 3, 2, and on 1, come back to chair pose. Ready for 3, 2, and on 1, release. Let your head hang. Heel toe your feet hip distance. Grab your big toes with your peace finger. Inhale for length. And then as you exhale, imagine you're pulling, trying to crawl right between your legs. Where do you feel that tension? Can you breathe into it? Where do you see joy? Can you share it with others? And sometimes it's hard to find. That's where we remember the small things that we're grateful for. The sheer fact that we're touching our dang toes is pretty joyful. Release your grip. I want you to heel toe your feet back together. Take a halfway lift, breathe in. Forward fold, breathe out. Rise up, chair pose, breathe in. Drop a little lower. Continue your breath. We have abs called transverse abdominals, and they move literally transverse around, all the way around our waist. And they're so engaged here in this pose. You're working them. Take an inhale. Now twist to the left. And here, we're creating vitality. We're twisting. And they say cutting off some oxygen to our inner organs. So continue your breath. But when we release, it's an explosion of new. For 3, 2, and on 1, come back to chair pose, and you've got this. You feel it in your legs, you feel it in your abs. For 3, 2, and on 1, release. Heel toe your feet, hip distance. Step into gorilla pose. Take an inhale, and then exhale, create that bind. Drop your head. Even out your breath. Release from stepping on your hands. Heel toe your feet back together. Take a halfway lift. Breathe in. Forward fold. Breathe out. Rise up. Extended mountain pose. Breathe in. Forward fold. Breathe out. Halfway lift. Step back. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Warrior 1 on the right side. Once you land, you rise up with breath. Make your adjustments here to what makes you feel like a warrior. Together, inhale. Open up to warrior 2. Let your arms be long and strong as you move them into the second pose of warrior. Reverse your front palm and then bring it back, breathing in, reversing your warrior. And now chaturanga. Cartwheeling your arms down to the mat, stepping back, high plank, low plank, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Warrior 1 on the left. Move with grace. Know that you've got it. You're there and your body knows what to do. Together, inhale. Open up warrior 2. Can you make any adjustments? Does your left knee need to shift back so that you can't see your pinky toe? Can you widen your stance, creating a deeper lunge? Can you ignite your arms a little more, reaching front and back? Reverse your warrior, inhale. Vinyasa to the down dog. Together we inhale. Exhale. With no air in our belly, walk or hop forward. Halfway lift, breathe in. Forward fold, breathe out. Rise up, chair pose, breathe in. Forward fold, breathe out. Halfway lift, breathe in. Step back, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, breathe in. Downward facing dog, breathe out. Warrior one on the right. Open up to warrior two. Reverse your warrior. And now come into extended side angle. Bringing right knee onto your right thigh. Left arm reaching up and over. Maybe your bicep is right near your left ear. Maybe you can take that right arm and bring it down so it comes down to the mat, pressing your right knee back a little. Breathe. For 3, 2, and on 1, come back to warrior 2. Reverse your warrior, inhale. Vinyasa through. Warrior 1 on the left. Open up to warrior 2. Reverse your warrior. Extended side angle. Really think about pulling that shoulder blade, peeling it open so your chest can see the sky. For 3, 2, and on 1, warrior 2. Reverse your warrior. Vinyasa through to down dog. Come down in your forearms for dolphin pose again. Align your ears with your biceps. Press your forearms into the mat, bringing your chest, if you could, a little closer to your thighs. And breathe. Come down to your knees. Press back for puppy pose. Drop your head and sigh it out. Come back to tabletop. Tuck your toes under, press back, down dog. This time I want you to walk your hands to your feet. And when you get there, just hang in ragdoll. Grab opposite elbows, sway side to side. Release your elbows. Heel toe your feet together so toes touch. Left hand on left hip. Right peace fingers, right big toe. And then come up with that standing leg raise, whether holding your toe or your knee. And then extending your leg out, front first, and then to the side. Wherever you are, whether it's an extended leg or a knee, pull up. Allow all of your muscle throughout your body to create that lightness in you. Pull up. Bring your leg back center and release from holding on, arms up in the sky. Extend that leg out and we'll pulse for 10, 8, 6, 4, 2. Now on 1, I want you to step halfway up the mat and then come into dancer's pose on the left, kicking your left foot into your left hand. And once you've found that foundation, then come into dancer's pose, kicking your left foot, pushing back. Create that up dog in your chest. Your gaze is in the horizon. Also try to square off your hips and your shoulders to the mat. Release from this, bring that left knee up, arms to the sky. Pull your belly in and up. And now place that left foot into tree pose onto your standing right leg. And again, the trick on this one is press in. That right leg presses into the left foot. The left foot presses into the thigh or the calf of your right leg. And then grow your branches. Can you grow a little taller? Step down from this, prayer hands. Sweep your arms up, breathe in. Forward fold, breathe out. Take a halfway lift. Place your hands down on the mat. Step back for high plank. Shift back, down dog. Walk your hands back to your feet. This time, keep your feet together. Right hand on right hip. Left peace fingers, left big toe. Shift your weight. And when you're ready, let your drishti, let your Uddiyana Bandha, your belly lock, bring you up to standing leg raise. When you're ready, open up to the side wall. And try as much as you can, standing tall, standing proud, with joy in our heart. Bring it back center, release your grip, extend your arms, your legs out and pulse. 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, and on 1, step it forward and come into dancer's pose on the right. Create that foundation first, and then hinge forward, kick back. Find your fullest expression of dancing. Come to standing knee raise, right knee is pulling up. And then tree pose on the right. Maybe try a different arm variation in tree pose. Maybe clasping your hands behind your lower back. Maybe pulling up. Maybe looking up a little. Bending backwards. Come back center. Release your grip, step down. Sweep your arms up, breathe in. Forward fold, breathe out. Take a halfway lift, breathe in. Come into high plank and hold it here. We're going to come down to our belly on the count of 5. So shift forward. 4, 3, 2, and 1. You're on your belly. Set up for locust pose. Reach your arms behind you. Palms face the mat. Together, breathe in. Come into locust. Lifting your legs, your thighs off the mat as much as you can. Your shoulders peel back and up. Your chin is slightly tucked. You're creating a little micro back bend here. For 3, 2, and 1, release. Do another locust, or if you'd like, a floor bow. Feel that magnetic pull between your thighs. On your inhale, rise up. Feel your legs pushing against your hands if you're in floor bow. Three, 2, and 1. Let go. Windshield wiper your legs side to side. Drop your legs down below you. Bring your hands close to your rib cage. Tuck your toes under. Engage your core, your thighs. Press up. High plank. Press back. Down dog. Step forward to come onto your back. Set up for bridge. Heels close to your glutes. On your inhale, press up. Again, feel that magnetic pull between your thighs so they don't splay out. If you can, clasp your hands below and underneath you, rolling your shoulders underneath just a little bit more. Pressing your forearms into the mat, bringing your chest a little closer to your chin. Your shins are pushing towards the front of the room. For 3, 2, and 1. Nice and slow. Come down. Set up for another bridge, or this time wheel. And when you're ready, with an inhale, press up. Commit to what you're going for. For 3, 2, and 1. Slowly lower down. Come into Supta Baddha Konasana. Feet together, knees drop to each side of your mat. Maybe your eyes are closed. And you regulate your heart rate. Bring your knees up and now find yourself in happy baby. Grabbing on the tops of your feet. And really think about the length of your entire spine pressing into your mat. I know for me, my spine wants to sort of curl, and that's okay. But think about creating that length again. Really pressing in, grounding down. And then maybe rocking side to side if you haven't done already. Extend your legs up to the sky. And bring your arms reaching towards your toes. And we're going to pretend we're doing that ladder climb. So start with your right, then left. Right, left. Use breath. Right, left. 20, 18, 16, 14, 12, 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, and on 1, hug your knees close to your chest. And then wrap your arms around your legs. And think for a moment of all that you've endured this year. And thank yourself. Thank yourself for continuing to get up. Continuing to put that smile on when you need to. Thank yourself for finding that joy. Noticing what you're grateful for. Thank yourself. Release that hold. And I want you to take your right knee, extend your left leg down. We're going to do supine twist here. So first take an inhale. And then bring your right leg over to the left. Let your gaze fall to the right. Inhale, look back, center. Start to neutralize both legs up. And then lower that right leg down, holding onto your left knee. Bringing your left knee down to the right. Gaze to the left. Inhale and slowly come back center. And have both knees so that they're at like a 90-degree angle. And I want you to do a figure 4, so your right ankle is over your left knee. And I want you to reach for your left thigh. Basically, this is the reclining pigeon. So you're holding onto your left thigh, trying to bring it a little bit closer to your heart, creating that hip opener. And then release and switch sides. Left ankle on top of right knee. And then create that bind. And then release. Now I want you to bring your knees again back to 90-degree angle. I want you to have your arms reaching out to the side, each side of you. Maybe your palms are facing down. Your fingers are active, spread wide. So legs 90-degree. Take an inhale. And now nice and slow, drop both legs over to the right. They don't have to touch all the way down to the ground, but just go as far as you can. This is core work here. And then inhale, come back center. And then as you exhale, lower just as far as you can to the left. Using the stability and control of your core, the balance of your arms. Inhale, come center. And then exhale to the right. Inhale, center. To the left. Inhale, center. We'll do this just one more round. To the right. Inhale, center. To the left. Inhale, center. Hug in one last time. And then extend your legs out in front of you. Your arms reach up behind you. Take another big breath, creating length. And then as you exhale, come into Shavasana. I'm sorry I don't have anything prepared. However, I want to read this. When I'm connected to spirit, whether that might be for you, God, the universe, the light inside of you, maybe it's Buddha, maybe, whatever it is that you choose. When I'm connected to spirit, I feel a sense of certainty, magnitude, and ease that I've never known before. The beauty of feeling that connection to that light inside of you is so helpful for the support that, whether or not we know it, is wonderful. I know I need it, having that support. Bring your legs up and then rotate over to the right side, bringing your forehead down the mat, connecting down one last time. Press up to a comfortable seated position with eyes closed. And then sweep your arms up for another inhale together. Bring your hands to heart center as you exhale. The light in me honors and sees the light in each of you. Together we bow. Namaste. Thank you for bringing me joy every week. Nice work.
Thank you, you're the best.